What really moved Death Valley's sailing stones? Imagine walking through a desert and finding a giant rock that appears to have moved completely on its own. No footprints, no tire tracks, no signs of human activity, just a massive stone and a mysterious trail stretching hundreds of feet behind it. For nearly a century, nobody could explain how it happened, and the answer turned out to be even stranger than the mystery itself. Deep inside Death Valley, California, lies a remote dry lakebed known as Racetrack Playa. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary, but scattered across its surface are dozens of rocks that appear to have sailed across the desert floor. Some of these stones weigh hundreds of pounds, yet behind them are long tracks etched into the hardened mud, as if something invisible dragged them across the landscape. The strangest part? For decades, nobody ever saw them move. The trails would appear, the rocks would be somewhere new, but the movement itself remained a mystery. Naturally, people began searching for answers. Some believed powerful desert winds were responsible, but there was a problem. Many of these rocks were simply too heavy. Others suggested earthquakes. Perhaps vibrations were causing the stones to slide. Again, the evidence didn't fit. Then came the more unusual theories: magnetic fields, secret military experiments, even aliens. And honestly, when giant rocks seem to move on their own in one of the most isolated places on Earth, people start considering almost anything. But despite decades of investigation, nobody could prove a single explanation. The mystery remained unsolved until one winter morning. In 2013, a team of researchers decided to do something nobody had done before. They installed GPS trackers on several stones, placed cameras around the playa, and waited. Days passed. Weeks passed. Nothing happened. Then, after a rare combination of rain and freezing temperatures, the desert transformed. A thin layer of water covered the playa. Overnight, that water froze into delicate sheets of ice, and when the morning sun began to melt them, something incredible happened. The ice broke into massive floating panels. Gentle winds pushed these panels across the shallow water, and as they moved, the ice slowly nudged the rocks forward. Not quickly, not dramatically, just a few inches at a time. So slowly, in fact, that a person standing nearby might not even notice it happening. For the first time in history, scientists watched the stones move with their own eyes. The mystery had finally been solved. After nearly 100 years of speculation, the answer wasn't aliens, it wasn't magnetism, and it wasn't some unknown force of nature. It was a rare combination of water, ice, sunlight, and wind. Conditions so unusual that generations of scientists had simply missed them. And maybe that's what makes this mystery so fascinating. Because sometimes, nature doesn't need the supernatural to create something impossible. Sometimes reality is strange enough on its own. What mystery should we investigate next?